Namaste, I JPN, Dr. Vaichandra Kala, Assistant Professor Jyoti Vidyapith, Women's University. And I welcome all the students for this session. Uh, in today's session, we will going to discuss from the course Environmental Biotechnology, and we will going to discuss about the biological wastewater treatment. Okay. So when we talk about the biological wastewater treatment, that means we have already discussed about water pollution, how water is polluted. So in this session, we will discuss water waste. So water waste in our last class, we have discussed domestic water waste, industrial water waste at present. Okay. So domestic water waste is the untreated from mostly from the cities. Okay, and major components of it is COD 200 to 1000 mg per liter. Nitrogen content may be or 20 to 90 mg per liter, or the effect of discharge into the natural receiving bodies. Oxygen demand by carbon and nitrogen. When we talk about the industrial wastewater, the COD will be 1000 to 2000 mg per liter. So this high in COD, high suspended solid particle, cyanide exposures, or some harmful toxic chemicals may be there when it is coming out of the industrial waste. Okay. So for industrial treatment, anaerobic ponds, okay, and can be used for a area of 1000 hectare land, a typical of 800 to 1000 kgs of COD or per hectare per day, where a lot of things are coming out of the industrial. So for biological process, it is an aim of life surviving or multiplying. So we need energy and organic molecules as a building block here. So uh, cell derived energy from oxidation of reduced food source as a carbon or protein or fat. Okay. So when we classify microorganisms, it is heterotroph, autotroph, or phototropic. Heterotrophic, they obtain energy from oxidation of the organic matter. Autotrophs is obtain energy from the oxidation of inorganic matter. Or when we talk about the phototropic, obtaining energy from the sunlight. Okay. So how they do? They use a biochemical pathway, that is oxidation of organic molecules inside the cell can occur in aerobic or anaerobic manner. Generalized pathway for aerobic and anaerobic fermentation. When we say when it's a generalized pathway, the glucose is turned into EM pathway, then which converts into pyruvic acid and break down into lactic acid and TCA cycle, hence moves further to form carbon dioxide or respiration takes place, and energy is released in the form of released, and carbon dioxide and is released out. Okay. So glucose when added with oxygen and ADP, it converts into carbon dioxide and ATP. Okay. So the anaerobic pathway contains EMP pathway, TCA cycle, respiration. Anaerobic pathway contains EMP pathway. Okay. Then release of energy stored as ATP molecules. Excess food is stored as glycogen. Okay. Excess food is stored as glycogen. So biological growth has taking place here. So same way, lag phase, log phase, stationary phase, and death phase of the microorganisms. So different modules are there. So when we are applying the carbonaceous removal, aerobic and anaerobic microorganisms are used. Nitrogen removal, nitrification, and denitrification techniques can be used. Sulfide removal, anaerobic reduction, or aerobic HS oxidation take place. Okay, like aerobic oxidation. Okay, then what are the factors that affect nitrification? The temperature, substrate concentration, dissolved oxygen, pH, toxicity, and inhibition substances. So denitrification is the assimilatory. Denitrification is like reduction of nitrate to ammonia by microorganism for protein synthesis. Dissimilatory or denitrification, in which the reduction of the nitrate to gaseous nitrogen by microorganisms. The nitrate is used instead by oxygen as a terminal electron acceptor. Okay. So denitrifier can use variety of organic carbon compounds like methanol, ethanol, acetic acid as a source of nutrient. Okay. So it can be treatment can be done in the prawn treatment, activated sludge process or biofilm process. So prawn treatment, no biomass recirculation. So high land area is required, oxygen transfer limitation is there, inadequate mixing is there, excess load may be there. Okay. So when we say advantage of biofilm, when we talk about the biofilm, it is like higher process productivity is there, higher biomass uphold is there, high means of cell residence time, no need of biomass recirculation, sustained toxic loads will be there. So we can go for aerobic, anaerobic type of microorganism can be used here. Formation of diffuse cell electrical double layer used for the electrostatic force and thermal motions. Okay. So biological process mainly here is aerobic, anaerobic, anoxic. Aerobic can be nitrification and HS oxidation. Anoxic can be denitrification, and aerobic, anaerobic can be SO4 reduction or and detoxification. Okay. Thank you. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, and hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any queries, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you. Namaste.